Connections. I'm Marnie, your host. Glad you're joining us this, as I said, fabulous day here, the first Tuesday in March. Joining me now is Brian Bergner. He's the development specialist with Yavapai Big Brothers Big Sisters. And if it's March, it looks like spring. And if it's spring, it is time to start thinking about
Bowl for Kids' Sake.
Bowl for Kids' Sake, one of the highlights. I mean, it's always the spring event, you know, you look forward to it, and supporting Yavapai Big Brothers Big Sisters in a really, really fun way. So let's talk a little bit about that, Brian.
Great. Well, we're super excited. Obviously, thanks for having us on again today. I always love coming on the show. And Bowl for Kids' Sake, you know, we've been at it for, golly, probably 30 years now with this event. And it's, of course, a national event. Bowl for Kids' Sake is done all over the country at 250 plus agencies in Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. So lots of people are familiar with it. It's a great time. It's coming up on April 6th, 13th, and 20th. We actually expanded it this year to a third Saturday. The last few years we've only done 2 weekends.
Oh, okay.
And one of the new things we did this year, we kind of did some research internally, and 92% of our bowlers typically pick a Sunday or a Saturday, excuse me. So we actually got rid of Sundays and we added a third Saturday. So we were hoping that that would be a great turnout. And so far it is. We've already got 65 team captains, and it's only been online a month. So we're hoping for, yes, and Marty, of course.
We got one.
The Chamber does.
Yes,
so
poke your head.
We're excited. We're excited.
Here, poke your head.
And April does
yeah,
too.
She's our team captain.
She is the team captain.
Chamber Pin Pals.
And I don't. She's got that nice captain bowler shirt already.
Well, we're gonna next time we'll have to have her wear it so she can show it off.
She can come on and sit next to us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we're excited about that. Obviously, the goal, you know, is to raise money for a program, and we serve about 140 matches right now in Yavapai County as a whole. And so a lot of people actually don't know that we serve the entire county and not just the Prescott area. And so we've got matches in the Verde Valley, in Cottonwood, Sedona, Camp Verde, everywhere, and including Chino Valley, Prescott Valley, and Prescott. So we support all of them. And so April 6th and 13th. We'll be in Prescott Valley at Antelope Lanes, and also at Shake, Rattle, and Bowl at the casino in Camp Verde.
Right.
So we'll have both going for 2 consecutive Saturdays. And then new this year, not new to the event, but last year we didn't do it. We are reopening Plaza Bowl this year in Prescott.
Good, yes.
And so we've got 4 sessions on Saturday, April 20th. So we're excited about that. We have a lot of first responders coming. I was actually talking to the gentleman in the hallway. He's excited, Cody, and to bowl, and we're going to be doing a lot of different things. They're going to be coming on at Prescott, and we talked with all the first responder groups this year. We met with Prescott Valley PD, CAFMA, Prescott PD, Prescott Fire. Even got a chance to talk with Cottonwood PD and Cottonwood Fire, Verde Valley Fire. Camp Verde Marshals, I think, are going to bowl, have a team. So we're super excited that the first responders, of course, you know, all the great things that they do, they're taking a little time out of their day to, you know, come support a good cause. And the schools are starting to come back a little bit now too.
That's good. I know
and,
we got. The schools
used to be huge.
Huge. One day on Saturday was all schools.
And then kind of COVID happened, and a lot of COVID rules kind of blocked them from being part of this. And now, so we're kind of slowly rebuilding that. So we've already met with all the district superintendents. I've already had personal conversations with several principals in the area, and there are a lot of schools that are signing up, and we're hoping that at least this year, if we can get several of the teams together, that it'll continue to build to the point where, you know, where 40% of our raised funds used to come from schools and the great teachers and the administrators.
Because that's what a lot of your matches come from.
Right.
For kids that are in the schools.
Right, and we all serve, you know, I've spoken with several nonprofits as well.
Yeah.
You know, and we all serve the same community, the same youth that are in our county. And so working together with the schools is a great way to get them involved. So we're hoping that they turn out really well. They got another month to fundraise, and if they haven't signed up yet, azbigs.org, you know, we'd love you to get on and sign up your team. So.
Well, we do it every year. It pops up on my Facebook memories that you know, this is our team in 1 year and 1 year. And fortunately, you know, it's something I believe in. I always ask, you know, my team at the office is like, do you want to do this? And last year, April came on board and said, yes, I'll you know, be captain. And she again volunteered to be captain. But over the years, I have pictures of all of us, you know, from Bowl for Kids' Sake. And, you know, the faces change, but the commitment to supporting Yavapai Big Brothers continues from the chamber, because we love the work that you do, and we feel like we have a strong relationship that we've had over the years to support, you know, serving our kids and creating, you know, the adults that they can be through the matches made in Yavapai Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Absolutely, and again, the money raised goes towards our program, our the great counselors and social workers on staff that have the caseload that work with these families.
Right, yeah.
We have 52 waiting littles right now, so we're heavily recruiting, and Bowl for Kids' Sake is our largest recruiting event every year. In fact,
because you do talk about that.
Absolutely. We talk about the mission. We always have a big and a little come, and they talk about for 30 seconds why it's been a great thing. The little gets to bowl.
The little gets to do first ball.
That's right.
Bowl the first
yeah,
ball.
kind of like a first pitch in baseball.
You're
They
right.
get to do the first ball. So it's always a fun time. And of course, everything goes. I mean, one of the stories I had recently was the mentoring symposium we had.
Right.
And there was a little that actually won the drawing for a big screen television we had donated via Amazon.
Yes.
The great people in Amazon. And so I took our Amazon guy out to Cordis Lakes to deliver this television to the family because it was giant.
Right.
And they couldn't put it in their
Right.
car on the day. And one of the great conversations we had with the mom and the grandma that were there with the two daughters is that she was 17 and she was kind of sad. And I'm like, well, why are you sad? I mean, this is such a great. She's like, well, I love my big, and I'm going to turn 18 soon, and I age out.
Right.
Now, they weren't aware that last year we expanded our program to ages 18 to 24.
That's right.
And I think the mom almost started crying.
Oh my gosh.
They were so excited. They were so excited to hear that news that they were going to get to continue to be with their big for another 6 years. And of course, I mean, a 19 and 20-year-old is not.
Well, but they also maintain relationships in so many cases afterwards.
And
they go on and you hear they go to graduations, they go to weddings. I mean, and they've been an integral part of that, the growth of that child on into an adult.
So that kind of intentional matchmaking, those things that stems from things like bowling. Of course, another thing is tax credit. So if you haven't done your tax credit yet, that's another way to donate. And a lot of people might not know that you can do it all the way till April 15th. Right. And count it for your 2023 taxes. So keep us in mind for that.
But meanwhile, come out and bowl. Commit to your team. It's a fun day.
It's a fun day.
We have food.
That's right. So they get 2 free games. They get the free rental shoes. They get 2 free drinks. We provide pizza. Everybody gets a snazzy T-shirt, of course, that are collectibles that you've seen people wear for 20 years. And people will bring their old shirts.
Yeah, well, their old shirts, so you see them out in the community, which is always cool.
Right.
Yes.
Captain shirts, of course, are very popular. This will be the 3rd year we've done those. And for our captains that are
makes them a little special because they put the work in.
They do.
They're the one that hurts the cats to get to the team there and make sure the fundraising goes. Because there is fundraising, and this is a celebration after the fundraising.
That's
but they
correct.
looked at, if you're going to bowl, to commit to $125 to raise the money, and you can do it anyway. Ask your family, friends, make that donation yourself, whatever that looks like to you, and as a team to raise money together. So that's all about supporting Yavapai Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
That's right. And for businesses out there that haven't signed up yet, it's actually a great team building.
Team building, we do it every year. So, where should they go to register?
azbigs.org. Okay. That is the best place to do it.
Well, we're going to see you out on the 13th.
That's correct.
All right. Short break. We'll be right back. More Community Connections.
30 minutes over a cup of coffee. A laugh, a smile, a message. Thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, confetti emojis. Loaded nachos at halftime. It takes 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries, and a girl, you got this. It takes a queen to H5 at the park. Best 2 out of 3. A spin dash for the win. A Sunday morning gift, a bright splash of color. This is how you make an impact on a kid's life. It may sound small, but it's all they need. A word of encouragement, someone to talk to, advice, and the time it takes to enjoy a slice or two, you can make a difference. So go ahead, share a few hours a month. Share your skills, share a song, share your thoughts, share a moment. Share a dance and share it with the world. Because mentorship sounds huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
And welcome back to Community Connections. Joining me now is Cody Rose, Assistant Chief, Central Arizona Fire and Medical Authority. Also, along with his wife Tammy, he is the founder of Firefighter Angel Foundation and now currently serves as the executive director. But what an organization you've built, Cody, from the very beginnings of supporting families through the holidays. I think that was originally the idea back when, and it started out in Chino Valley, right?
Yep, in Chino Valley in 2008. It started just helping one family around Christmas time. The dad was diagnosed with cancer, and he was sole provider for the family, and that just expanded. Everybody liked what we were doing and wanted us to keep doing it, and we got donations that helped us buy some of those gifts. And yeah, it's continued to expand to what it is today, a whole lot more than what it was back in 2008.
Well, let's talk about how it's expanded and how it's grown. I mean, I follow you, and I've watched a lot of organizations that did smaller things maybe through the holidays are now supporting you through whether this is donation of the gifts, the items, or funds, money, so that you can buy the things you do to help support the families. But tell us a little bit about how it's grown, because it's really a lovely story.
So from what it was, the one family back in 2008, we expanded and we went into the school district with Chino Valley and helped a family from each one of the school districts, or from each one of the schools with the Chino Valley School District. And then some of the firefighters in Prescott Valley had said, hey, we want you to come do that here, and we need some people at the school district here. So we're like, well, we're going to have more funding to be able to make that happen, because that's a whole Humboldt School District, obviously a lot bigger than Chino. It's going to take a lot more funds to get that. And they said, don't worry about that, we'll take care of that for you. So at that time, I honestly don't know where they got the money from, but they got more money, and we were able to do that. And to today, where we're doing 26 families in Chino Valley, Humboldt, Prescott, and Mare, Kirkland, and then some over in the Verde Valley as well that we do. That's just the Christmas
That's
time
just the
stuff.
Christmas piece of it. Then several years later, and I think I remember when you started the back to school program.
Yeah, I think it was 6 years ago we started at Humboldt School District and doing it in the cafeteria there over at East Campus.
Right.
And that was 30 to 40 kids that came through there and got some backpacks. And we were just helping Humboldt do that, the resource center. And then again, we really like doing that. We want to expand that. And we had a vision, along with some folks at the Humboldt School District, had a vision of, we want this to be bigger so that every kid can go back to school and be successful, as opposed to, well, I don't have a cool backpack like you do, or I didn't get the haircut like you do. Or everybody walks in that door on the first day of school and they can be successful and just worry about being at school, and that's it. So.
Yeah, just be themselves and not worry about what they have or they don't have, which kids do compare themselves, as much as we hate to do it. And I know you've raised your boys. So again, so that's expanded now. So where do you hold that? It's a big event.
During COVID, we wanted to do it at the Finley Toyota Center.
Right.
Well, we couldn't do that because everybody's going to be too close together. So we did it at the Heights Church over by the airport.
Right.
It was a drive-through event at that time.
Okay. Yes.
So that was one where we didn't know what that was going to look like or how it was going to go. It ended up being that we had some Prescott police officers and some Prescott Valley police officers helping us guide traffic that time. Well, the traffic went all the way out onto 89A, so they said, you're going to have to hurry up and get these people through. We were moving as fast as we could, but that helped us to be like, we need to have people pre-register for this. So now we do it at the Finley Toyota Center, and we pre-register, and we get about 2,500 kids that come through there.
That's amazing.
With vendors being that vendors don't pay, so it's not about money. That is just, again, about making that kid be ready to go back to school. So they get haircuts, they get their teeth cleaned.
Oh my gosh.
They get immunizations. We're talking some other stuff that's going to be coming in for this year that's going to expand that again. Right. But it all goes back to helping those kids on day one of school, that they don't have to worry about anything other than, I got to go do my schoolwork and be successful in school. Right. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how do you, now, Firefighter Angels is its own 501c3 organization. So again, charitable contributions can be made to you, donations and support. But how else do you fundraise?
So we have our pancake breakfast that's coming up.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Good job. Our pancake breakfast coming up on April 7th. We have that at 3 different locations. And again, that started as something small. We started to bring the firefighter families back together. There was a point in there where I think everybody was just being separated, and there wasn't, like when I first started 22 years ago, it was you bring your family to the fire station and we all have dinner together, and the kids can play and do all that, and that kind of started going away a little bit. So Tammy and I decided let's do the pancake breakfast, because we did that back then. Let's bring that back and try to get the firefighter families and then community members come and bring their families and have a family event. So again, that's got to be more and more and more and expanded. And
Well, wasn't it first just at the training center?
it was just at the training center, just a
Right.
smaller event where maybe 30 or 40 people showed up.
Right.
But again, that's expanding. Now we're doing it at the training center here in Prescott Valley, and then at Station 61, which is in Chino Valley on 3 North, and then at Station 71 in Prescott. And we have a competition, a friendly competition of, we call back and forth to like, how much money have you raised? How many people do you have there? And again, all those funds go back to the Firefighter Angel Foundation to support the families at the backpacks or the Christmas time. But it's a fun event for the kids to come out. We have bounce houses. There's plenty of games for the kids to do. Bounce houses and pulling hoses and dressing up like a firefighter. There's fire engines there.
All the things kids would love.
Yes,
And
exactly.
adults
Spray
too.
some, if the weather's nice, they get to spray some water out of the hose. And yeah, so
We'll keep positive thoughts for that. So
Yeah.
you just asked for a $5 donation for the pancake breakfast, which is great pancakes, by the way. You can't go wrong with pancakes.
Yeah.
But how else do you raise money during this event? Is there raffles, or is there just donations you're accepting? So I mean, $5 is
be-
really reasonable
Yes, yeah.
for breakfast.
yeah, there will be booths throughout each one of the places, the firefighter booths. People can make donations and drop them in there. We are doing auction items, silent auction, and some live auction items
On all 3 of the locations?
at all 3 locations. So if people have auction items they want to donate, they can contact us through our website, which is firefighterangel.org, and let us know, and we can pick that up. Or at the location, you can bid on some of those items, and that's more funds for us to give back to the kids at the times of.
And that's everything you raise generates all back to the kids and the families.
Yep.
Because I know a lot of the families you support also support through not only the gifts for the kids, but cards for food, and so they're making sure that they have that holiday experience
Yeah.
that they might not have. And who knows when a family's struggling one year and they're not struggling the next
Exactly,
year. You
yeah.
just never know. So again, it's so wonderful, you guys giving back like that. And then what else you come up? Don't you have a car show that you do?
We haven't done the car show for the last 2 years. Again, that started with the COVID. We just kinda
yes.
shut that off, so we haven't done that yet. I would like to do it. Tammy doesn't want to do that. She says it's too much work.
It's a lot of work. But
It's a
car
lot of
people,
work.
they love to show off
I
their
know,
cars and
and
come
it's-
out, So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can partner on something. But meanwhile, Sunday, you have it Sunday morning, April the 7th from 8 to 12. Pancake breakfast benefiting Firefighter Angel Foundation.
Yep.
And again, where are they located? Join me at the CARTA, their training facility over there on Valley Road. So I'll be out there for breakfast
Yep.
and pancakes. But otherwise, the other 2 locations are?
And Chino Valley at Station 61, which is on 3 North, where the McDonald's is. You turn left there and head back in there. Or at Station 71, which is out White Spar in Prescott.
Right. And your website, in case anybody can't attend, but they want to make a donation.
Firefighterangel.org. And there's up at the top right corner, there's a little PayPal icon. You can just click on that and you
Make
can
a donation. And
there.
remember, it is tax deductible. So, Cody Rose, thank you. Chief, wonderful
you.
job. Thank you to you and Tammy for making such a great difference in our community for all of our families. So.
Thank you for having me.
All right, enjoy it. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
This is my house. My parents helped build it. I can play, I can study, I can be safe with my family. This is my house. Visit habitat.org to find out how you can help more kids like me.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
And welcome back. And watch out, the energy is going to be kicked up now. Joining me is Eddie DeSero. She's the District Community Events Team Liaison. Kimberly Montez, the Director of Community Outreach for our Northern Arizona Wrangler Country Booster Club. Yeah. Hey, ladies, welcome. Hi. Hi. So let's talk about the Booster Club. We all know what Booster Clubs is clubs that support the teams.
Right.
That's right. And this is the Country Booster Club. So let's talk about what you do, and then we're going to talk about real special event happening on opening day for the Northern Arizona Wranglers.
Well, what we do is that we help our players that are coming up here. The IFL team brings up young players that are going to play football here. Sometimes they just arrive with just a duffel bag.
Right.
So the team, actually, the owners supply the apartments. We supply the sheets, the bedding, the pillows, the towels,
And how many is that?
30.
30, okay.
There's 30 of them. So it's, and as they get cut, they bring new ones in.
Right.
So it's an ongoing thing. We do fundraisers to be able to have the money. We're a 501c3 now, which, yay, finally.
Thank goodness.
We do a lot of different things with the players to make them understand what a beautiful community we have.
Yeah.
We've taken them out in our in our Jeeps and our four-wheel devices, and
make them feel like they're part of a family.
Yeah.
Away
Well,
from their
that's exactly
families.
it.
Yes.
Take them hiking to Sedona. My husband took a couple of them fishing last year, so we really want it to be a home environment for them.
Right, right. Well, it was interesting. I was walking with my girlfriends out at Mountain Valley Park, and it was the tryouts. So it was the open tryouts they had. And we got there and said, "What's going on over there?" And then I said, "Oh yeah, it was open tryouts." So as I was coming around the side with the dogs, a couple of players were gentlemen sitting there, and so I was just, "Hey, are you here? Is this a tryouts?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh well, good luck." And he said, I said, "Where are you from?" And one guy was from the Valley. The other guy's from Boston.
Right.
He came in from Boston, so he was probably one of them to come in with a double bag.
That's exactly it.
But it's just interesting. They come from all over, play a season, and then they, go home. But our season runs from, March until could be the end of July.
Absolutely.
With playoffs and everything. So that's a long time being away from home, and then so feeling like you're in a good environment. So what you're doing is amazing.
Right.
You also do, you got snacks and things for training camp and.
And we do snacks for away games,
Right.
A lot of the games, they take a bus. So we help them with, Gatorade and water and snacks for the bus ride. So it's we're their home away from home, and we want them to feel that way.
Well, I think a lot of people want to feel a part of a team, but you're not. But this is a good way that you can meet the players, be engaged, and feel like, I've done things last year, like say goodbye when they, go off on a away game or made donations myself, but it's a way to feel like, you're part of it, and yet, you're still watching and cheering them on from the sidelines,
Right.
So how does somebody become a member of the Booster Club if they haven't, are not familiar with it?
We actually have a website. They can go to the website and join right there if they'd like. Also, we do some events, and we'll advertise those on our Facebook page. We already had one membership drive already. But the opening game and every home game, we'll always have a table out. So they can come and they can join right on the spot. It's $35 for the family of four, basically.
Oh,
and with that, and I'm glad you mentioned it, is we have a membership card. And once they become a member, we assign a membership card to them and their family. And there's different businesses that partake. And we're always looking. So if there's another business out there that would like to participate, reach out to Sandy or myself. And they do things like they can offer 10% off new customers, or buy one, get one, free meal. Just an extra benefit for our members that join and they show the card at the restaurant or whatever the facility. It could be a landscaping company, restaurants, it could be car washes. It doesn't matter. It's just a way
to connect with the Wranglers and the Booster Club and the community. It's a great way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Besides which, it's a write-off for them. Because we're a 501c3, they can take that off of their taxes as well as helping our members to get involved.
And don't you do potlucks and dinners and just a variety of things throughout the season that members can be involved in?
Absolutely. We do have an adopt a player program too, which I personally love that because we do a lot for the players when they're here. Like I said, take them fishing. We'll do like Easter together. They're away from home, so they don't have family. So we become a second family. And as of right now, you have to be a Booster Club member in order to be part of that program.
Sure.
But the potlucks are huge.
2 a month.
We do 2 a month, right? And so we as a Booster Club supply all the players with food. And we change it up sometimes, but we need volunteers. We really do. Not only for the potlucks, but to help donate for the snacks and the away games. We have different functions going on, and we're always looking for volunteers to help us out with that.
That sounds like fun. I haven't got my $35 in yet, but
that's okay. I'll get you.
We know where to find you.
You know, we always have Wrangler Wednesday anyway, so we dress up in Wrangler and do our promotion from the chamber just because we're supporting, you know, we want the team to be successful here too.
Yes,
absolutely. You know, and create
I love
really
football.
good quality
That's why
experience.
I'm here.
Yeah, I've been a season ticket holder since the beginning, so I know.
I have too, 4 years now.
So what are we doing on March 16th?
March 16th is the opening day for the Wranglers, their first game against our rival team, which is the Rattlers. So, you know, we've got a lot of people coming up for that game from the Valley.
So we need to be more than that.
Yes.
We do. So
buy your tickets now.
That's right. So we're doing a tailgating party. And at the tailgating party, we will have a band, which it's
Funk Frequency.
Yes.
Thank you. I just lost it.
Funk.
There you go.
Yes.
So they will be there playing. We've got a face painter. We've got some vendors coming up that will have little booths there. We're working on getting a bounce house. It just depends on what our insurance says.
Right.
So it's we want everybody to come out and have a good time. Bring your chairs, bring your coolers.
And what time does that start?
That starts at 2:30 to 5:30. And then at 5, you are doing a ribbon cutting for us.
For our chamber members, they're our newest chamber members, and it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's also a way to support just the opening, the grand opening.
Exactly.
Of, you know, Wrangler season. So it's a great way to, it was a brilliant idea, and I'm glad everybody else thought of it but me. No,
it's just the Booster Club that's doing it. So.
Right, we're working with the Booster Club for the ribbon cutting to support, you know, them and to be able to share what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know, and have fun, because really you're the fun part of the sport in a way.
Yes,
everybody's worried about winning and losing and coaching and everything.
And we want to win.
We want to win.
Of course we do.
But we want to have a good time while we're doing it and really help the guys out. That's
What's the website?
Website is Wrangler Country Booster Club.
It's very long.
We'll have it at the bottom. All right, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next 2 weeks.